Can you see kind of a theme that's kind of running through these presentations? I think we heard this morning about the importance of sending the flyers home with children in another city, another global city, and here we're hearing about it again in London. And I think that was really a very thorough presentation of your work in London, and I think the way you've laid it out, I'm sure that you're going to be successful as you go forward, and the world is going to be watching you all and your success and kind of the run-up to the Olympics. So we're going to kind of switch now to another European city, as I said. It's the city of Berlin, where I was born. And we're really going to now hear a little bit about community energy planning and major long-term interventions with significant long-term carbon savings. So that's what we're really focusing on today. And so we're going to have a kind of a joint presentation here. We have Ms. Cornelia Poczka, who's the head of the Federal, European, and Cabinet Affairs for the city of Berlin. When I met her earlier today, I said, it sounds like you're doing the work of 3 people. And she said, well, she really is. So I don't know whether that'll be of some help to you when you go home. And also, we're going to hear from Mr. Hilmar von Lojewski. It's a good German name, from the city of Berlin. And so welcome to the stage, both of you. So they're going to be sharing their 10-minute program. Thank you. Come ahead, please.
And then it's like this. You see? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to start with. Do you hear me? I would like to start with giving you some information about the history of our development of our projects. Does this work? Yeah. Of our activities to increase energy efficiency in buildings, because we started already at a very early stage, about 20 years ago. After the reunification, we had huge problems, and then we approved the Berlin Energy Saving Act in 1990, and then in 2006, we decided upon a Berlin energy program, 2006 to 2010, and in this program we already fixed a CO2 reduction by 25% compared to the baseline of 1990. In the meantime, we have reached a reduction of 30% compared to 1990. So we have continued this program step by step. I will now, since we do not have much time, I will only show you some examples of our activities and also the targets we have set for the future. We have one project which works on a voluntary base. We work together with companies, major emitters in the city. In the meantime, 12 partnership agreements on climate protection had been concluded with these companies, with the waterworks, with the major emitters, and also, for example, with the zoological gardens. And one of the most important thing in these agreements are the energy retrofitting of their building stock. And they commit themselves to do so, and 1 year after this agreement, they have to present a report, and again, they are doing this in front of the press, so they are really committed to do something and not to simply sign a contract or an agreement. For the future, we have taken a decision in 2008. We have adopted the work program for climate protection. It's our action plan. And in this action plan, we have set the target for further CO2 reductions. We want to reduce our CO2 reductions by 40% by 2020 compared to the baseline in 1990. And since the building stock is also the most problematic area in Berlin, as far as CO2 emissions are concerned, we are focusing on this. We are lucky to have a very good combined heat and power system. Our network is the largest in Western Europe. And we have centralized and decentralized systems, and we're going to expand this step by step. We are having a Berlin Energy Plan 2020, which focuses on decentralized CHP plants, and we defined a potential of 10,000 new plants in about 8,000 households. And at present, we have about 300 CHP plants of different sizes in operation, and 70 of them were opened last year. Although we are not located on the sunniest side of Europe, we also use solar energy. And this chart is only to show you how it increased, the number of plants increased over the last 10 years, and even more, 20 years. And meanwhile, we have reached 2,000 plants, and the number's still increasing. And the consequence of the increase in photovoltaics in the city has also created lots of jobs. New companies were created, and not only in Berlin, but in the whole metropolitan region. We also have specific programs, for example, the PV systems on rooftops of public buildings. These are mainly, we mainly put PV systems on the roofs of daycare centers, schools, and so forth, because their flats are well suited for this. And last but not least, we have a program which also started at a very early stage in 1996, the Energy Saving Partnerships in Berlin. This is a contracting program, and it was the basis, well, we offered the basic information, for example, to the Clinton Initiative, so that they could start their energy retrofitting program, because we already had the experience with this program before. It was launched in 1996 because we had a huge stock of around 6,000 public buildings which were in a very bad state, and of which the energy costs were very high. So we had to do something to reduce these costs, and that's why that program was initiated. I thank you for your attention, and now my colleague will continue.